Good morning, this is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I'm here at 178 East Las Flores Drive in Altadena, and I'm preparing to perform a video examination of the main sewer line here on the property. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that is underneath or interior to the structure. Our examination today is not focused on the building drain line system. So if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. So I'm going to be performing my examination today from this 4-inch sewer line cleanout I've found here off the back of the structure. And this is in the backyard area near the base of the steps coming down from the rear porch or rear deck. You look down about 4 feet or so from the base of the steps, you'll see this plastic pipe sticking up with this removable cap. Now from here we're going to drop in and we're going to run basically just straight down the back of the property, maybe 5 or 6 feet along the right of the garage. Just run straight down. And we'll go ahead and drop in here. Now it looks like they've run new piping under the structure and extended it out to this point, and then a couple of feet here we're going to connect up to it looks like an original, or an older anyways, vitrified clay piping. So this was probably the original main sewer line here. Now these clay pipe materials, they are expected to have a long service life because they are a natural material. So they're not really expected to break down or deteriorate underground. But they can be fairly brittle in nature and do have a higher potential for damage during seismic activity or earthquakes. Off to the left here, you're seeing an opening there. It looks like at one time there was a drain line coming off of the garage structure, or whatever structure was there. So if one wanted to put a laundry facility or some sort of a sink basin or something in that garage, it could be fairly easily tied into the primary main sewer line here. I've tracked and located this. I'll go ahead and put a red marker flag because I think there is some desire to do something like that. About 2 feet deep there along the side of the garage. So we'll continue down here, and we're just continuing through this clay piping. Now this clay pipe is a more modern style. You can see here at the joints that little black ring on the inside of the joint. That's the lip of the coupling that was used to put these together. So it's not the same, it's not the older clay pipe in other words. So up here we've got a section that has shifted some. So the joint there where the two pipe sections come together has moved a little bit. It doesn't look like the coupling has been compromised. So that's something to definitely keep an eye on. And it looks like we've got a little bit of a crack here just beyond that shifted area. So there may be some pressure on the pipe here. Along with that shift, it's actually cracked that section. So depending on what else I find, I may or may not recommend a repair. And then you can see the other end of that section has also shifted some. So there's definitely something occurring with that section of pipe. Not any real major compromise that I'm seeing, but there is definitely evidence that something's stressing that area out. Alright, so now we're coming up on a section here that's got some root intrusions, some pretty significant root intrusions. And you can see all this debris that's built up in this area. Looks like this was probably causing a blockage. We've got some sort of little O-ring in there, maybe some construction debris from recent work. And now we're getting underwater. So it looks like we've probably got a blockage or an obstruction here down the line. So this pipe is backing up here towards the house. Not draining. So camera goes completely black like that. That means there's a lot of debris in there, and here at 66 feet I'm hitting the actual obstruction. And unfortunately I'm not going to be able to punch the camera through this obstruction to get it to drain out and look at the remainder of this pipe. So in this situation we're recommending that the pipe be thoroughly cleaned, removed of its obstructions, and be brought to a condition where it's going to be draining normally. And clear those root intrusions out of there also so that we can see those areas more accurately and see if anything has caused damage. The root intrusions themselves are pretty common in those clay pipes when they're isolated at the joints, but in a situation like this we just can't see what's happening, so they can create damage, they can create blockages like they're doing now. We need to get it cleaned out and operational, and then we can come back and get a good look at it and see what its actual condition is. Alright, so with that I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video portion of the examination for today. Please do refer to the written report for a description of the final findings and recommendations. And then once the follow-up examination is done, we can give final repair recommendations and maintenance recommendations. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.